Hello.
Hello,
So,
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
welcome back.
Welcome back indeed to the fourth episode of the Argent Airways. Joining me today is Ella.
hello again, Elytris here, the newly made sage of the Iron Wolf clan.
We have Vivian.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Vivian, the not-so-mute Forsaken, who has been standing up for undead rights since a couple of years, actually. She's not been dead for that long yet.
And we have another newly promoted. We have Ziyagu.
Hello, Ziagu, recently promoted to Fang of the Iron Walls, and here to lead the clan to future victory, as well as talk about Argent Dawn.
Yeah, man.
And we have a special guest today. Her name is Khari. Introduce yourself, Khari.
Hi everyone. Most people know me as Khari, or the CEO of TK Studios, and I also RP Vivian's mum, Sealy.
Yes.
Yep.
Good to mention that it's Iceely.
Yes.
Yes, I was going to say.
Yeah,
I
in
see.
real life. Yeah.
Had to be clear about that, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. And both are quite fun to RP with. I will say that. And I am Grashka, otherwise known as Grashka Veklever, the chieftain of the Iron Wolf clan. Yay
Our
me.
boss.
Remember,
Yeah, the boss of this lot, yeah.
Nice.
And with the introduction out of the way, Ella, what's our topic for discussion today?
Well, you see, I did an oopsie, and I forgot to pick a topic for today. So, Zuagu, what's the topic for today?
Oh, lordy.
Topic for today, I thought it could be fun, as we're 2 weeks or so before Christmas, to talk about holidays in WoW. How we celebrate Hallow's End, what we're doing for Winter Veil, and what our favourite holiday is in WoW, and other similar things like that.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that sounds nice. Okay then, so what's our favourite WoW holiday then? Who's going to start?
Ooh, for me, I'd probably say I'm quite a big fan of Hallow's End. Big fan of the Headless Horseman, quoting the Headless Horseman.
Oh, yes.
General aesthetic and atmosphere of that event is quite enjoyable to me, actually.
Yeah, I love the Hell's End holiday in itself. The Headless Horseman is a classic. I love the original story of the Headless Horseman, so I've always been a fan of that since before. Wow. What about you, Corey? What do you reckon is your favourite?
I have to agree. It has to be Hallow's End for me, both for me and for Kari, actually, because being a fashionista, she loves to dress up. And it's a great time to dress up in costumes.
Fantastic. And Vivian?
Well, Vivian is a Forsaken, so her favorite holiday would have to be the Day of the Dead, because she sees it as a sort of birthday party.
Can you imagine?
That is not what Day of the Dead is about, but that is the way she perceives it. She perceives it as a day where it's cool to be dead. And we used to have very big events on Day of the Dead hosted by Siavash and Tavari. They stopped doing that a couple of years ago, and Vivian hosted an event about undead rights on around that date. Last year or the year before. And I have noticed that nobody does any neutral Day of the Dead events anymore, so here is my plea to the RP community. Make Vivian's favorite holiday come back with a vengeance, host something, give us a great big Day of the Dead party, and she will love you forever.
Yes, everyone, this is a call to arms. Do your part to make Vivian happy.
Yes.
Do it for Vivian.
For me, I think I prefer the Easter event actually for that WoW does, because of all the different ears you can get and people wear around. It's nice to see everyone just having fun and smiling around.
Yeah, it seems to be a nice, light-hearted event.
Yeah, and also free chocolate. So.
Oh yeah, of course that makes everything better, doesn't it?
Nice.
Chocolate always makes people happy, doesn't it?
I have a question about this topic. What do your characters do when it is time for your Winter Veil get-togethers? Do you guys have IC family to visit? Do you go to events? Do you sit around a Winterfell tree in your Winterfell sweaters?
Oh,
I've never really thought about this, to be honest.
And do you exchange gifts?
Yeah, I think so. For this year, from what I know, we're doing a Secret Santa type thing in character.
Oh yeah,
in the Ironwall clan.
Yeah, our Marcia wanted to do it, didn't she? And she said, "Vote for this. We're doing this."
She's giving around names for people, and everyone's going to have to get in character gifts for each other.
It does sound like a nice idea. To be fair, I remember the announcement and my orc Rash going, "Oh God, what is she doing now?" But as for Vivian's question, it depends on what kind of holiday it is, because Day of the Dead for Grash is to honour her ancestors, being an orc, as
spirits.
Yeah, about the spirits, honouring the dead and their past deeds, and hoping that she's living up to their expectations. Yep. What about you, Yagu?
Oh, I think for my characters, Yagu, Day of the Dead for him is probably a mix of showing honor and respect to Bun Samdi, but also for remembering his loved ones that he's lost due to some very unfortunate past events in his life. So it's more of a morbid day of remembrance for him more than anything.
Okay. Khari, what do you reckon? Is it still going to be at Hallow's End, or is there another event that Khari enjoys?
Well, she really enjoys Wintervale, spending time with Viv, other friends she has, organising events, etc., etc. But I think all in all, Hallow's End is still definitely one that's very close to her, because she really enjoys making costumes and dressing up. It's an excuse to change her outfit every 5 minutes. So
yeah, why not?
Fashionista.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Wasn't it for Hallow's End? You and the rest of TK also held quite a big party at Waycrest Manor.
That was me and Laliti. We hosted that together, and we brought in like a bunch of people from TK to help and a bunch of other friends to help. And lots of people turned up, and it turned out to be such a really nice evening.
Yeah, it was.
That is an event that comes back every year, right, Kai?
Yes, it is. Yeah, same again next year.
It was a joint winner of the pumpkin carving contest for this one.
Oh, nice.
I remember him announcing that.
Vivian carved a pumpkin once. It was a cat, and exactly where the crown of the pumpkin was, that was where the butthole was. That was charming.
Nice, Vivian. Having a nice, wholesome conversation over here, and suddenly...
Suddenly Vivian happened.
Yes.
I'm not sorry.
As you can see, everyone, Vivian isn't as innocent as she appears to be.
Vivian is a dreadlord.
Speaking of TK Studios, though, what's TK Studios all about? Exactly, Khari. Would you mind telling everyone?
So TK is, even though it's mainly a guild consisting of like fashion events, we mostly do like attend the markets, and we sell our wares and stuff. So it's mostly clothing and accessories that we sell. And
bags.
And bags. Oh, can't forget the bags.
No, don't forget the bags.
Vivian has an alt that constantly yells the word bags and walks around selling bags.
Yeah, he walks around yelling things like fanny packs, man bags, duffel bags, backpacks, purses, pouches. And he eats lettuce.
You made a detail.
You make the most random characters, Vivian.
I know. I don't know. I blame my autism.
Fair enough. What kind of events does TK host, Khari? I know you mentioned the Halloween event.
Oh yeah, that's not strictly TK. That's mostly me and Liliti, and then we bring people in that we know to help out. So it does end up being a lot of TK helping out. But as TK as a guild, we mostly do karaoke events, which is where you can use the add-on Storyteller.
Yes, shout out to Lenway.
Yeah, and we also use an external link of a watch together, so people can queue up their songs, and they just like go in the order that they're queued in. And a lot of TK members love doing different performances and getting involved with that one. We do modeling events as well. So if people want to like reach out and be a model, they're free to do so. And it ends up being collected into the whatever new collection of clothing that TK happens to have coming. So
can I ask you a question about that? About the modeling one? How many collections do you have per year? Like how many modeling events?
Oh, I would say per year it's probably about 5 or 6. Because we tend to go with the in-game events that can relate to that. So like a Noble Garden release, a Wintervale release, which is the one we have coming up soon. Hallow's End costume collection. So like it's all based on the in-game events.
Do a lot of people reply to those pages? You put them all on a website, and people come to the shop. Do they often look up those special collections? Or do they just always come for a shirt?
It's always a mix, really, which is always nice to see. So people, they'll come by for a normal outfit, but we'll also have our advertisers yelling out that we've got a new collection out. So they're free to pick if they want to look at the collection or if they just want a normal shirt or something.
I am curious on so with the clothing and stuff, do you pick that out from mods that are in the game, or do you just go wild with it?
Well, for the modeling events, I organize it so that people pick the mugs that they want to use, and to make sure we don't get any doubles up or anything. I see what everyone's picked, go through what everyone's picked, and then we choose from what they've picked, and then it all ends up being photographed, and then we put it all into the website.
Now, this was a nice little side path into the modeling bit, but I'm curious what other events you host and create and cooperate.
So I do want to do more of these, but we've done 1 or 2 flash mob events now, and they're such good fun because we just I gather whoever's interested, and we pick a song, we practice the song, and then we, like, for the last one was at the Dalaran Market, and we did Proud by Heather Small, and we went into the middle of the market and just randomly threw out the Watch Together list so that nobody expected it, and we just started singing around the fountain.
And before that, I remember we had a Captain Stormwind. Captain Azeroth. Sorry, I keep calling him that. A Captain Azeroth fan club day, of which is the president, and Dars is the financial. How do you say that? Well, anyway, English hard people. Anyway, we hosted a Captain Azeroth fan club day, and all of a sudden, this big flash mob of, I think, maybe 30 space cucumbers appeared out of nowhere and started doing the time warp.
It was just a sea of people in green, like flooding the Dalaran road, and it was just so funny.
Just quickly, what do you mean by space cucumber?
Well, Captain Azeroth is a comic which you can purchase at Krehadaris' bookshop. And he's a superhero, kind of like Captain America, but then in Azeroth style. And his main enemy are the space cucumbers. They've come to attack Azeroth because Captain Azeroth says it's important we need to eat our vegetables. And they are vegetables. So they cause barbarians and try to kill everyone.
I love the creativity of some people. It is incredible what they come up with. And I will always remember as well the market events that TK were involved with in Dalaran. They were always a fun time to go and have fun in.
Yeah, we're still going. We're in the Pandaria market now as well.
Whereabouts in Pandaria again? Just quickly for the audience.
It's in Dawn's Blossom in Pandaria and Jade Forest.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. And I know that you have some more events on that list of yours. I've seen them. Tell us some more.
For TK specifically, there's also Fashion Week, which sends me into a meltdown nearly every time because I end up organizing so many things, and it lasts an entire week. Well, not an entire week. 5 days it usually lasts for. And we'll have like different things going on each day. So a few days where it's high energy and there's a lot of music going on, a lot of performances and fashion shows, the models doing their thing. And then we also have a few people doing the catering. Then we have a few days where it's a bit lower energy to calm us down, where we'll have like talks about fashion and stuff like that.
Oh, sorry about that, everyone that I disappeared. British internet. That's all I can say to that.
Oh no.
Carry on.
Yeah. Welcome back, Ella.
Welcome back, Ella. Yeah. It sounds like a lot of effort goes into making these events then.
It can be a lot. But I just really love creating things for people to do. And I've got a really great team of guildies that help me out, Viv included.
Thank you.
It certainly does help, yeah.
Could you tell us a bit about the Azerothian Song Contest, because you are still looking for participants?
Oh, yes. We haven't set anything up for that per se just yet, but last year, Rain from Rainico from TK and myself and a few others like Ciro and Siva, we put together a Azerothian Song Contest based on the real life event, the Eurovision Song Contest, because we're both very big nerds on Eurovision.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to bring it into the game, and that did really well last year, or this year actually. And we aim to do the same event again next year. And this time we're going to be hosting an event at some point for anyone any performers out there who are interested in representing their race. So as in the real life version of Eurovision, people represent their country. In WoW, you're representing your race. So you can be a Nightborn, represent the Nightborn, an Undead, represent the Undead, etc.
Interesting.
Yeah, we use Swatch together for that, and it is amazing. You don't have to use Eurovision songs for it, but you can if you truly want to geek out. And the one who wins, last time it was a group of Night Elves who won. they get to choose the next location, and they get a high say in how the next one is going to go. So this year we are probably going to Bellameth. Am I that right?
I think so, yeah. I believe it's Bellameth, yeah.
Yeah, with this year, I mean 2025, of course, because
yes,
that's when the Eurovision starts. And we are still looking for more musical performers, especially the undead, because last time Vivian sang. You guys, you heard that right. Vivian sang. Now it's good to know that Vivian's voice reference is a frog with a cold and a rusty barn door mixed together. If Viv can do it, so can you.
There you go. There you go, everyone. And just so everyone knows, how will they get in contact to get involved in this event, Khari?
Reach out to either me or Rainico. But yeah, it won't be happening for a little while. It'll be probably March or maybe before March. I'm not quite sure. But we'll send the adverts out as and when.
Fantastic, yeah. And as always, of course, if you need any help, we'll be happy to help you.
Yay!
Hey!
You can represent the orcs then, Grashka.
Oh, no.
That'll be a sight.
Oh, yes.
Grashka
can represent the trolls.
Yeah.
Just off the cuff question here. If you had a song that your character feels like they could represent their race with, what would it be? Like a theme song for you and for your race, kind of thing.
That's hard.
Last year, Vivian used "Rise Like a Phoenix" by Conchita.
Oh, nice.
Because, of course, as an undead, you die and you rise again. Oh. That's why she chose that song. And the song was very, very powerful, except when Vivian sings it. However, she did manage to make a few people cry. I mean, I would too, with such a voice as it is.
Bless her, she does try.
She tries.
Yeah. What about you, Zoo? What song would represent Zoo and the Trolls?
See, I've tried many times to think of a song to represent him. Not so much the Trolls. That's a difficult question, I find, because his background and his history is very specific and not the most cheerful. So trying to find something to represent him and portray all aspects of him is quite the challenge for me.
Perhaps it's something I can ask you again in a future episode when you had time to think.
Potentially.
Okay.
I'll have to let you know when I have something.
Fair enough.
Which song would represent the orcs?
Now, I've actually thought about this. There's a song from Devil May Cry called Never Surrender. And if you haven't heard it, I'd absolutely recommend it. There's a YouTuber called Little V who does an absolute fantastic version of that song. It's a song, well, about not surrendering, hence the title. And I reckon it would suit the orcs and Grashka to mentality to a T, because being an orc, and especially being one that's descendant of the war song, she's taught never to give up no matter what.
Yeah.
I was imagining for elves, for like blood elves, what would represent them is like classical music. Just any kind of classical music.
Something classy, something hoity sounding.
Yeah.
Or something that suggests an addiction.
Oh, yeah. There's one for the Forsaken that I just thought of.
Just like a pill by Pink, maybe.
That'd be a good one, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go on, about the Forsaken. What did you say?
I've forgotten the song now.
Oh, no, did I make you forget?
Oh, no.
I interrupted Grashka's train of thought. Choo-choo!
Train of thought has well and truly crashed now, Viv. Thanks a lot.
I'm sorry.
No worries. Don't worry about it, honestly. If I remember, I will let you know.
But Khari, what do you think would be a song that would represent the Draenei?
See,
Where's the Draenei?
Zidrenai.
Zidrenai, darling.
Zidrenai, darling. See, I don't know what I could represent them this time, but last time, because I took part in the contest as a performer as well, we did the song Euphoria by Laureen. But I changed it into We're Glorious. And I changed the words to suit the Draenei.
And it was very awesome.
Yay!
I think I know the song, yeah. It's a good one.
It is a good one.
Are there any events that we forgot to mention in your list?
Well, there are a few events that I help out with, like the poetry nights, for example.
Oh yeah, the poetry nights. Yeah, we have 2 of them coming up in their calendar soon. I will tell you when the time comes. Can you tell us a little bit about the poetry nights?
Yes, Bertel is the main genius behind the poetry nights. And I help out, myself and Rain again. We help out with the Horde side of the poetry nights. And the next one, I believe, is on the 20th of this month. And that's just on Horde side.
We have an Alliance and a Horde one coming up. I don't know the dates by head, but you will hear it in the calendar in a moment.
There we go. Yes.
Speaking of the event calendar, I believe it's time for Vivian's calendar. If you would kindly take it away, Vivian.
Everyone brace yourselves.
The time has come.
Let me just down my energy potion here. All right, here we go. You guys, it's a long one this time because I wanted to start at the 12th. This recording was made on the 11th of December. So it's going to be from the 12th up to the 21st, because that is when Khari's Wintervale Ball thingy will be announced. So let's get started. My sources are the Argent EU RP calendar and argentarchives.org, and Ella Fraser gave me a hand by digging around on the forums for me, because I always get hopelessly lost there. Here we go. Thursday the 12th, the Book Flow Summit. Zyretha invites scholars from around Azeroth to come to the Algathar Library and brainstorm about how to best tackle the decentralization of the Kirin Tor and their allies, and how to go about spreading knowledge among the former Dalaranian smarty pants. Check out their Argent Archives page for more information, and here's a tip for neutral events. Get cross-RP, so you can see cross-faction TRPs, and you also get a little nudge when your Elixir of Tongues is about to run out. The Bookflow Summit is in Algathar Library in the Dragon Isles at 8:30 Realm Time. It is a neutral event. Next up, the Blue Recluse Soup Kitchen. Yeah, Ella Fraser and her allies from the Dove are at it again. Come and grab a care package at the Soup Kitchen in front of the Blue Recluse this Thursday in Stormwind City around 8ish onwards. The Telegrass Rift. Well, it's a strange place for a bar, but what a view. Void Elves, High Elves, and Blood Elves are welcome there. Share news of your research, tales of your adventures, or reminisce about lives lived in more peaceful times. There are 3 bars as well, and that is only on Thursday the 12th. First, there is the Anteater's Inn in the Wyvern's Tail in Orgrimmar, open from 8 p.m. onwards. The Moonlit Bar in Boulder Springs with our Volperian friends, also 8 p.m. onwards. The Scarlet Raven in Darkshire Duskwood. I can see here that it starts at 10 p.m., so you could visit 2 bars in the same night. Who knows? Then we go to Friday the 13th. It is a day of misfortune for many, but not for you guys, because there is so much to do. But let's start, for example, with the Poetry Appreciation Society in the Apple Tree at Lion's Rest. In the Apple Tree? No, at the Apple Tree. Though in the Apple Tree would be interesting as well. I could hardly believe it when I read it. This will be the 161st Poetry Night. Go Bertel, keep them coming. Recommended add-ons, yes. Musician and storyteller if you're sharing a poem. Come prepared if you will recite something. Starts at 8 p.m. onwards. Next up, Pick up your torches, Worgen and Worgen friends. It's time to destroy the Forsaken once and for all. Wait, we're not? Oh, we're not. No, actually we're going to use our torches to go on a winter wonder walk in the forests of Gilneas, and afterwards we'll have a hot drink in the Rose Inn. So dress up snug and meet up with Yasmin and her friends for a cozy stroll. Do bring those torches though. It is in the Northgate Woods in Gilneas at 8 p.m. Realm time. It is hosted by the Gilneans Denizens ADEU. You're going to hear a lot of them in this calendar. Next up, Grehadaras Phoenix and the Wandering Lamppost will be hosting a speed dating event this Friday. Sign-ups are closed, but feel free to come over anyway. The upstairs of the tavern is reserved for the daters, but the downstairs is open to all for social RP. Those participating in the dating part, I am so sorry, Vivian the Undead will be one of the ladies present. Good luck trying to figure out her mumbles. It is located in the Drunkhosen in Dawn's Blossom Pandaria, 8 p.m. Realm time, on this Friday, of course. We have a couple of Friday bars as well. There is the Groggery in Pinky's Groggery Borealis, 8 p.m. onwards. The Gallows, Bismo's Brawl Pub, Stormwind, 7 p.m. I would really like to go there sometime. Little Pandaria, the Golden Keg, Stormwind, 8 p.m. Moving on to Saturday the 14th, we have the Wintervale Fair. It is the Gilneans Denizens ADEU. They will be hosting a winter fair this Saturday with stalls, games, a snowman contest and fireworks. Merchant Square, Gilneas City, 8 p.m. Realm time. Also on Saturday, the Karaoke Night, the Wintervale Special. Here we go.
Hey.
Yes, it was a quiet night in the Azure Span. Only the sound of the wind howling through the trees, the crisp crackle of wildlife paws in the snow, when suddenly a disco beat echoed up from a hidden frosty nook somewhere deep in the span. Yes, Karaoke Night, or as the fans call it, Karaoke Night, found its way to the Dragon Isles. The span will never be the same again. Add-on tips. Listener to help you make sense of the chat spam, and storyteller to add to the chat spam by getting it to read out your song lyrics. For more information, poke our Khari here or check argentarchives.org. It's in the Azure Span, 8 p.m. Realm time onwards. Also in the Azure Span, the Draktyr Winter Conclave. Let us know if the karaoke area at the karaoke area if the music is too loud, neighbors. We will probably not turn it down though, but hey, it's worth a shot. At the Draktyr Winter Conclave there will be vendors with seasonal goodies, sparring and a raffle. Starts at Azure Span, 8 p.m. Realm time. I don't exactly know where, but you can check the Argent Archives page. I think they have a map there. There's a neutral bar, the Gallows, at Bismo's Brawl Pub, Stormwind, 7 p.m. I really want to go there sometime. Sunday the 15th, Gilneas Winter Ball, Town Hall, Stormglen, OOC, Greymane Manor. Gilneas 8 p.m. Realm time, Alliance only. The Gilneas Denizens ADEU have a lot going on this week, don't they? They're a busy bunch. This one there's a photo booth, raffle, games, organized dancing, show 'em some moves a Corona, sled racing, fireworks, food, drinks, snowball fights, and the dress code, festive attire, or glitz and glamour. Next up, have you ever seen an orc cry to the blue corn moon? Or ask the grinning Darkspear why he grins? Can you sing with all the voices of the Tauren? Can you paint with all the colors of the Horde? You'd be done quite fast, as it's mainly red and black. Come on over for a night of social Horde RP at the Horde Gathering in Bloodhoof Village, Mulgore, 8 p.m. Realm time onwards. And that is this Sunday. Ella found something for us at the forums. It's the 12th Crescent Conclave in Bellameth. Starts at 8. We all feel it coming. We all know of the voidy dangers that loom before us. It's happening now, fam! Something's finally happening, fam! Right! This calls for immediate discussion. And that's exactly what the Night Elves are gonna do at this conclave. Granny points for those who got the reference, by the way. Monday, the 16th. From this date onwards, I had to find a lot of events myself, so I copied the bar schedule from last week. Please check argentarchives.org or the ADEU RP server to make sure they are actually open. I am about 80% certain they will be. We have the Fellfire Sisters present Deck the Halls with Bones and Bodies. The Dove and
Great name. Great name.
Amazing name.
The Dove and the Fellfire Sisters band together, see what I did there, for an epic metal concert. So make sure your musician is updated and come on over for a night of Miss Laddie screaming in your ear and the band rocking your socks. Tonight is guaranteed, so worth it though. Located Brewfest grounds outside of Ironforge, neutral 8 p.m. server time. So that is on Monday the 16th. The Gallows at Bismo's Brawl Pub will be open again in Stormwind. I really, really want to go there. I see it pop up in the calendar almost every day, and I'm like, why haven't I been yet? I'm so busy. Okay, Tuesday the 17th. We have 2 usual markets this Tuesday, one for the Alliance and one for everyone. Firstly, there is the Darkshire Trade Night in Darkshire. Duskwood, 8 p.m. realm time onwards, Alliance only for shady tradies and not so shady tradies. There's also the good old Dalaran Trade Night. The city might be gone, but these vendors are hard to kill. Come and check out their wares at the Dalaran Fundraiser Trade Night in Dawn's Blossom Pandaria, 8 p.m. realm time onwards. Neutral.
That's a crazy thing to say.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Wednesday the 18th. We have the Gingerbread House Pajama Challenge. Snuggle up in the rows in your coziest My Little Coda pajamas so that you can participate in the Gingerbread House contest while sipping hot cocoa and... No. Gilneas Dennison's ADAU. I refuse to continue to plug this event. It's too wholesome. I'm having a wholesome overload. Does that mean I'm gonna go? Probably. It is in Stormglen Gilneas at 8 p.m. realm time onwards for the Alliance. And we have a couple of bars, probably 2, on Wednesday the 18th, but please double check. The Gallows at Brismo's Brawl Pub. How can we miss that? The Dove at the Blue Recluse, and it's Wednesday, so they'll probably have a 2-for-1 Wednesday going on again. A good time to get smashed. We also have the Curious Octopus, the beginner RP bar in Borealis. I was there last week. I adopted a newbie. It was so much fun. I told them all about Cross-RP, TRP, and Listener, and I got to help them on their way. If you're listening, Samuel, I wish you a long and happy RP life in our community. Cheers! Thursday, the 19th. For the 2nd year in a row, the Stromgarde Accord welcomes all members of the Alliance to celebrate Winterfell with them during the 6th edition of Thoradin's Fair. Spread out over these 2 days, the 19th and the 20th, there will be a lot to do, such as a market, brawls, sledding, ice bathing, and Great Father Winter will be there. Does that mean Great Father Winter will brawl? Who knows? Come and find out. You will find it in Stromgarde, the BFA version, from at the 19th and the 20th from 7 to 11. Yeah. Next up, a couple of bars. The Anteater's Inn in the Wyvern's Tail, Orgrimmar. The Moonlit Bar in Boulder Springs, both at 8 p.m. by the way. And the Scarlet Raven in Darkshire, Duskwood, probably around 10 p.m. They're a bit later. On Friday the 20th, we are almost there, people. Oh, hang on in there. Friday the 20th, the Poetry Appreciation Society Thunderbluff Horde. Now, did you think the poetry nights were reserved for gnomes, humans, and elves in the apple tree only? No. Come on over to Thunderbluff next Friday with your Hordie and surprise us with your poetry skills. Recommended add-ons, listener and storyteller. Thunderbluff, 8 p.m. Friday, the 20th. Next up, Tales of the Dove, a storytelling evening. Stories of Wintervale. Ella Fraser's gonna tell us some short Wintervale stories. Come and have a drink in the Blue Recluse and enjoy the tales she spins for us. From 8:30 onwards. And now, Khari, I was hoping you could tell us the details about the Wintervale Ball that's coming up on Saturday the 21st. What can we expect, and where to go, and at what time?
I can indeed. So, hosted by myself and Liliti. I'm looking at the fabulous Argent Archives page that she's created. we have a snow sculpting contest going on. We also have a raffle going on where you can win a mount, Golden Mains Reigns. We also have a cracker booth going on. So we'll have a stall where people can queue up and pull a cracker and see what you get inside. And we also have a suit and gown contest, which is hosted by me and a few other people. And the snow sculpting contest is hosted by Liliti and a few other people as well.
Yes, it's in Starfall Village.
Yes, Starfall Village in Winter Spring. Yes,
and
I
Saturday, the 21st.
Yes, and I see it's a private lodge in Winter Spring.
Yeah. Does it start at 8 p.m. onwards?
8 p.m. onwards, yes.
All right, I'll see you guys there. And that concludes the calendar. And I need a drink.
I'm surprised. Wow.
That was a long one.
I need a drink and a shrink.
A drink and a shrink.
In no particular order.
But as always, Vivian, it's very much appreciated the amount of effort that you put into these things.
It took a while this time, but it was a little bit longer than what you're used to.
And worth listening to, too.
It's a season for events, after all.
Absolutely,
yes.
Yeah. Speaking of events, I'm sure there are going to be a few funny moments. Shall we discuss those next?
Funny moments require immediate discussion.
Yes, they do.
I remembered one from a couple of weeks ago, actually, at your Out of Character Cafe you hosted, Viv.
Go right ahead.
There was a moment when Grashka arrived to the event. Ella and Grashka, we were just talking because it's out of Character Cafe. But someone said to us we had sister energy.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, my orc has sister energy with a blood elf. Not sure how to take that. But,
if a Draenei can be the adoptive mother of a Forsaken, why can't an orc be a sister to a blood elf?
I suppose so. Yeah, fair enough. Good point. It was just so random, but I'm sure it's testament to how well Ella and I get out of character, which is nice.
Yeah. Ella has really managed to wriggle their way into the RP community quite quickly in a short time.
Yeah.
And I love seeing you grow, Ella.
Thank you. I'm like a leech. I grabbed on and I've just stuck.
And we're glad you have stuck as well.
This is why it's important for us to be patient and teach the newbies everything we know, because they might someday soon turn into one of your best friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also.
Hooray.
Oh yes, there we are. Yeah, I was about to introduce this bit. I hear that Vivian and Khari have a funny story to tell us.
Maybe, Khari, you could tell them about the song titles first, and then we can finish up with that scene that we have planned out.
Okay. So when TK Studios is open in Stormwind, because we have a store in Stormwind, I play a character that is basically a gnomish robot who plays the music. And I see why she's always there in the background at our karaoke events as well. She's the one playing the music. And during our store, the Stormwind store, we have her like running throughout the entire evening. And because I'm actually able to play her and I'm not on Khari, I pick songs from the list and I change the title before they play so that the titles match WoW. we call it wowifying.
Yes, wowifying.
Yeah. So I thought I'd share a few because some of them made a few people laugh. So instead of Sweet Dreams Are Made of This by Eurythmics, we had Sweet Beans Are Made of Bliss by the Rhythmics.
Okay. What else is there?
There's also Jelly Bean by Jackson Michaels instead of Michael Jackson.
My Jelly Bean is
Jackson
my
Michaels.
lover.
Oh, good God.
And instead of Whitney Houston's I Wanna Dance with Somebody, I put Please Hold My Lance, Will Somebody by Whitney Houston. You know she's got to be a Tauran with that name.
Mhm.
That somehow fits. It's definitely a what were they called? Blood totem.
Yes. Instead of Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne, we had Boyfriend by Bovril Latrine.
Oh, brilliant.
Imagine Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Wanna Have Fun would be something like Women Just Wish to Enjoy Themselves. By Lindsay Saunter or something.
Yes. And for All the Things She Said by Tattoo, instead we said All My Limbs Are Dead by Ratu. So we know it's an undead band.
Would that be a Forsaken song by any chance?
Could be.
Yeah.
Oh, my limbs are dead. Oh, my limbs are dead. Oh, my limbs are dead.
The last one I have written down is instead of Gold by Spandau Ballet, we have Mold by I Do Ballet.
Mold.
Oh, wow. I was not expecting that.
And this happens every time the TK Studios store is open in Stormwind. So if you like music and shopping, come on by.
Also, if you have your own ideas for Wowified songs, feel free to leave them in the comments below, because we would absolutely love to hear more of these.
Mm-hmm.
And your own favourite WoW holiday.
And well, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, get involved, join our Discord, and give us some feedback. And ask us questions, submit topics, submit funny stories. If you want to guest host sometime, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the future.
More topics, yeah.
Everyone is very welcome to get involved with it as much as they want to.
Maybe in the future we could have some questions being asked as we're doing this.
Absolutely, yeah.
The process of it.
Oh, that'd be an interesting idea.
Mm-hmm.
I believe,
a live episode.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I believe, though, Vivian, you still owe us a funny story.
Yes, we have. We have. I'm going to find it now. All right, I've got it. Have you got it, Khari? It's in the pins.
Oh, let me check.
It starts with context.
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 I cannot find it, unfortunately.
All right, let me. Yeah. Just quickly. There it is.
I keep having a drink during this, and I probably shouldn't because I know I'm going to spit it out at some point.
I very nearly did when I heard mold from I Do Ballet. That was brilliant.
All right. And did you find it, Khari?
Yes, I've got it.
Okay, context. We follow our characters Tederic, the snobby Nightborn, twin of Toderic, and Wares, the scruffy goblin.
Juarez.
Juarez. The scruffy goblin. As they are hired to wait tables in a fancy restaurant. Normally these two run the Suramar Zoo, but they can be hired to do pretty much anything. They traded their filthy zoo overalls for cheesy pastel Noble Garden outfits, and the goblin's hair looks like a stick of dynamite exploded in it. We begin as they prepare for the arrival of their guests. That's you, Khari.
Oh, yes. We're from Obbods. We know how to get the job done.
Toderic insisted on calling it Todd's Bod, but I'm not sure I appreciate that.
Yeah, no offence or nothing. I know he's your brother, but I don't want to be thinking of Todd's bod at all.
Oh, don't worry, Todd's bod will never be exposed to a female. So, Miss Wrenchbark, we're going to serve food and drinks tonight, not empty plates or empty glasses. Is that clear?
Why the heck would I serve empty stuff?
I know how you like to have a little nibble on the side. Whenever we have tea and biscuits in our breaks at the zoo, the biscuits are always gone, and you're still often chewing on them while you deny taking them. Don't think I have not noticed.
Hey, listen. When a girl's hungry, she gotta eat. You don't want to see me hungry.
Yes, well, I hope you brought your My Little Kodo lunchbox then, because tonight's food is really expensive, and it'll all go to our guests. The drinks too, every last drop.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I won't snack on nothing till they leave.
The more they drink, the more we earn.
The more they drink, time to get 'em pissed.
Well, once they've gone, you can lick the plates for all I care, but if they leave this place hardly able to walk straight, and singing rude songs about Jaina Proudmore's ample bottom, then I consider this night a success.
You look good, by the way. Pink's really your colour.
It was really nice with my complexion, doesn't it? And you look very... And your hair is really... You know what, let's just get started in the kitchen.
What kind of a compliment was that?
Yeah. And that's how our scenes go, usually.
Wow. I was trying very hard not to laugh out loud there when I heard about Jaina's ample buttocks, but
Awesome. Jaina Proudmore's apples, basically.
another reason for that, of course, is I was on one of my alliance characters, and we were in Theramore at one, and this dwarf, of course, dwarfs being loud, obnoxious, but fun characters most of the time, happened to mention that he once saw Jaina wandering around the tower, and the dwarf, being a dwarf, yells out, "Damn, look at that!" referring to her backside in the most non-subtle way possible.
I can imagine Jaina Proudmore casually snapping her fingers, and he's encased in an ice block.
Yeah. Oh, it was the reaction. Yeah, it's the reaction though, because we were in a war band. It was supposed to be these professional soldiers, you know, and then suddenly in the back of the queue, he had, "Dang, look at that girl's back end."
I'm surprised he could see from that far away.
Oh, that was funny. I love dwarfs. They are fun. They're fun to RP too, because you can be as loud and outrageous as you want to be. Wildhammer especially.
Yeah. Do we have any more funny bits to share?
I'm afraid I don't. Not this time.
No, I think we are good for today, are we?
I believe that's about it for funny moments. However, I do believe we have a couple of shout outs, maybe, and of course some Baurg wisdom.
Oh, Baurg wisdom.
Of course, some Baurg wisdom.
Yes, we need a Baurg wisdom.
Yes, we do.
We forgot last time, so if you can find 2 to make up for it, that would be great.
I managed to find one, and I posted it in the staff room of our Discord. If Khari will mind reading it out, being the guest.
Where is it?
I think I found it.
Okay. Oh, and you have to say it in a peon voice. That's the rules.
That's the rules.
Oh, good lord.
Work.
I don't think I can do a peon voice.
You can do peon voice.
Baurg.
Peon voice.
Do you get victory and females before battle? No. Poop first, then happiness.
Poop first, then happiness.
Yeah.
A good bit of Baurg wisdom there.
Baurg said once about food that he was eating, "This tastes of happy."
Oh yeah, that was when Baurg was eating his ice cream, if I remember rightly.
Could well be.
He always comes up with these really random but incredibly funny moments. Like one Sorry, Vivian, spoke over you.
I was wondering if we had another Baurg's wisdom as well.
Yeah, I did have one, but I can't seem to have remembered.
But I didn't mean to interrupt you, so I hope you make you lose your train of thought again. I'm completely derailing poor Grashka here.
No, don't. It's honestly, it's fine. There was yeah, no, I can't remember. Professional podcaster, everyone.
Mistakes are natural.
Yeah, thankfully.
Well, yeah, it shows to people that we are human. In fact,
I do have a shout out though. There was there was a few people RPing in the Wyvern's Tail, and one in particular was I believe it's Zandalari, who was working behind the bar with Gravy, the legend that is. And this person came in, clearly a new RPer, who seemed a bit nervous. He even said he was a bit nervous because he's new to the whole RP scene. But the Zandalari in question made the guy incredibly welcome and made sure that he was settled in nicely, and even started a conversation with him in character. I thought that was incredibly nice. That it's moments like this which help encourage people to want to get involved with the hobby to begin with. It was just a really nice, wholesome scene. And I remember the guy saying afterwards, because I had a chat with him afterwards, and he said, I had no idea people were this welcoming. I'm definitely glad I came to the Wyvern's Tale. This was a very fun evening, and thanks to that Zandalari, we've inspired a new RPer. So shout out to that person. You know who you are.
I think we genuinely need more people like that on Horde, because
we absolutely
need to revive Horde a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, and more neutral events.
Yeah, more neutral events. Yeah, more neutral events. We need more Horde events, people. Come on.
Yes.
I might have found another Baurg wisdom.
Oh,
well,
really?
Not so much a wisdom, but a quote.
Oh boy, is it what I think it is?
I think it probably is what you think.
Anything from Baurg is wisdom.
So Baurg introduced Khari to someone, and he said, "Come meet Khari. This is Vivian's mother. Her curves seduce males and females alike. Her empire is made of fabric, gold, and wine abuse. She queen."
Fabric, gold, and wine. Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, thank you, Baurg, for introducing my mother like that.
I see, mother.
Vivian will never see her the same way again.
Oh, this is why we like having Baurg around. It really is. It really is fun to have around.
Yep.
Yeah, and if there's nothing else anyone wants to add?
Not from me.
No. Any last nuggets of wisdom, Viv? Khari?
Broccoli.
Broccoli, okay.
I think we are good, Chief. Sorry, Chief.
We're good, Chief, okay.
Yeah.
On that note, then, I'm going to bring this episode to a close. Thank you very much, Khari, for being a guest presenter.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And any relevant information about TK Studios will be left in the description below. Once again, everyone, if you want to get involved, by all means, get on our Discord server. Follow us on Spotify, like, share, subscribe, and all that usual YouTube stuff. Thank you very much for listening once again, and we'll see you. Sorry, Vivian. Sorry, mate.
All links available.
All links available in the description. Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much, everyone who's got involved today.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for listening, and hopefully see you next time.
See you next time, everyone. Bye.
See you next time.
Yeah, be good.
And please spread the word to everyone.
Yeah, spread the word. Bye.
Spread the word. Bye.